How to achieve financial freedom in 10 years. Most people think financial freedom takes 40 years. They're wrong. I'm about to show you exactly how to do it in 10. But here's the thing. It's not about being lucky. It's not about getting a six-figure salary. It's about 3 specific moves that compounds into complete freedom by your mid-30s or early 40s. And you can start today with literally any income. Let's break this down. Part 1. The 503020 Foundation. First, you need to control your money. Not obsessively, just strategically. Here's the rule. 50% of your after-tax income goes to needs. 30% to wants. 20% to wealth building. Let me make this real. Say you're making 50 grand a year. That's roughly $3,200 a month after taxes. Needs. $1,600. That's rent, utilities, food, insurance. Things you actually need to survive. Wants. $960. That's dining out, streaming services, entertainment. You get to enjoy your life. Wealth building. $640. This is where the magic happens. You take that $640 every single month and split it 3 ways. $200 goes into a Roth IRA. $200 goes into a taxable brokerage account. $140 gets invested in your 401k if your employer matches it. That's free money. Never skip that. Now, here's why this works. You're not trying to be perfect. You're not eating ramen for 10 years. You're actually living a normal life while systematically building wealth. This is sustainable. Most people fail at saving because they try to be extreme. You're not doing that. With $640 monthly into the market, across 10 years, you're hitting the market with $76,800. That's your contribution. But here's the beautiful part. That money doesn't stay at $76,000. The average S&P 500 returns about 10% annually. Your $76,000 becomes roughly $130,000 to $140,000. In 10 years, you doubled your money by doing literally nothing except investing it. That's part 1. Part 2. Aggressive income growth. Part 1 works. But part 1 alone gets you to financial stability, not freedom. Here's what most people miss. Your salary shouldn't stay the same for 10 years. It needs to move. And I'm not talking about waiting for promotions. I'm talking about actively increasing your earning power. Within the first 3 years of this 10-year plan, you need to increase your income by at least 30%. How? Option 1. Jump companies. I'm serious. The data shows job hoppers earn 20 to 30% more than people who stay loyal. Companies know you'll jump, so they match offers. If you're making $50,000, you find a role at $65,000 elsewhere. Then in 2 more years, you move again to $85,000. Option 2. Develop a high-income skill. Learn digital marketing. Learn coding through an online bootcamp for $3,000 to $5,000. Learn copywriting. These skills let you freelance on the side, adding $500 to $2,000 monthly to your wealth building fund. By year 5 of this plan, your income should ideally be 40 to 50% higher than where you started. Maybe you started at 50. Now you're at 70 to 75. The same 503020 rule applies. But now your 20% is much larger. That $640 is now $960 to $1,000 monthly. You're not tightening your belt. You're just redirecting the raise. This is how you actually build wealth. Income growth plus consistent investing equals exponential results. Part 3. The freedom number. By year 10. Here's what you're looking at. If you started at $50,000, increased income moderately, and invested consistently using the strategy I mentioned, you're at roughly $400,000 to $500,000 in invested assets. Maybe more if you got raises. Here's the key. Most of that money is in tax-advantaged accounts. Your Roth IRA is completely tax-free forever. Your 401k is tax-deferred. Your regular brokerage account has long-term capital gains taxed at just 15%. Now, financial freedom doesn't mean you never work again. It means you could live off 4% of your invested assets annually. 400,000 times 0.04 is 16,000 a year. 500,000 is 20,000 a year. That's your baseline. That covers a modest life. You don't have to stress. You're free. But you're probably still working because you want to. Because you can choose. Because you're not desperate. That's freedom. # your move. So here's what you do right now. Today. Open a Fidelity account or use whatever you prefer. Put $200 into an S&P 500 index fund. Just do it. This week. Then commit to the 50-30-20 rule for the next 10 years. Finally, commit to increasing your income by 30% within 3 years. Pick one of the paths I mentioned. Start this month. This isn't theoretical. People do this. And in 10 years, you'll be financially free. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe. We drop financial freedom content every single week. You've got 10 years. Let's go.